Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ultimate guide to making 1,000,000 coins in FC25. Whether you're a casual player, a hardcore player, or even a professional player, I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to do to easily make 1,000,000 coins so you can go ahead and get your favorite promo or icon players. Now, save this guide because you're going to be able to use it anytime in the year, and make sure to drop a like down below to say thank you. Of course, subscribe. And if you do want to buy some coins on top of this, well, do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby! Do you want to be able to buy players like this or this and not be stuck with a team like this? Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or which weekend league boost you'd like, make sure to pop in Pro Recall at checkout, and enjoy your new team. So we're going to split this up into a few sections. First of all, we got playing the game, we've got trading, and squad building challenges. Now, to talk about the playing section, of course, we have a few game modes that are going to make us coins, but division rivals, foot champs, that's not a time lacking thing. It's very time consuming. You're looking at hours and hours of time to go ahead and get the top rewards or to complete the whole of foot champs. And if you're not very good at the game, you're not walking away with a lot from champs. And obviously with rivals, it depends on what rank, what division, that kind of thing that you are. Enters squad battles, the easy solution to give you guys an option. Maybe those of you who don't have the time to play the game, maybe those of you who just don't want to play FIFA all the time, here is an easy game mode where you can walk away with some very solid packs each week, not only getting promo cards, but getting coins and all of those for free. Now, some of you are going to sit there and say, well, actually, it's not that easy. You actually have to spend time playing the game. Now, every year I will make a video on how to do the squad battles method, and basically what that is, and I will link it down below for those of you who want a more in-depth version of this explanation, but you can play squad battles while not playing it. And what I mean is, obviously you've got that kind of rubber banding stuff you can do with div rivals, but what you've got with your squad battles is the ability to essentially start a game. And you know, for me, my example would be this camera where it is sat on a laptop. To the right of me, I've got my computer or my gaming screen where I actually play my games. I can sit and watch YouTube videos on here while there is squad battles to the right of me on my monitor, and I don't have to actually do anything. You score a goal. I mean, if you have a look at all these games here, we've got semi-pro, we've got, I think this one, they're not loading there. Yeah, semi-pro and semi-pro. Now, I will sometimes play some of these easier squads. If we have a look at this one here, I'll play that on a little bit of a higher difficulty to boost my points. But a week ago, I did a squad battles and we finished on gold 1 by doing everything on semi-pro. Literally just did all the games on semi-pro, didn't play anything, had it on while I was doing movies, while I was editing, all these other things, and you walk away with a guaranteed promo player, which is a dub anyway. You walk away with almost 10,000 coins just straight, and then you get free packs on top of that, which I just think is an absolute dub. You've got free tradable packs, an 84 times 2, a mega pack, a 75 times 5, and you get 2 of them as well. So putting it simply, if you're looking to make coins, 1, it's a weekly thing. You get this every single week. 2, it doesn't take a lot to do. And 3, I would argue that's a guaranteed 50k every single week. And of course, that's on the lower end. If you get a banger card, you could be walking away with much more. And before we touch on trading, of course, the next step is going to be looking at the SBC section. Now, a lot of the SBC section is untradable. You've got things like this, even here, the super daily bronze that we've got at the moment. And look, if you're in another promo, don't worry, it's still going to be relevant to you. You've just got to tailor this to what's available currently. If we look at things like upgrades, even here, like I say, most things that you get are untradable, but there is always hidden gems. Any of the World Tour SBCs, which I'm actually doing a whole video on for tomorrow, are tradable packs. Now, you can craft these over a time period. You can do it yourself immediately if you've got the players in your club. But the bottom line is, not only do you get a rare players pack for this one, you also get every single one of these tradable packs as well. You get to do it twice, which means you've got an absolute ton there of tradable packs that you can craft. And if you want to do this crafting over time, there's a couple options. First of all, by using the icon SBCs, the Born Legend and Rising Star, you're looking at an average of, say, let's say 4k, for example, 4,000 to 5,000 coins per set of these 2 SBCs. The reason being, the cards that you're going to get, it's either going to be cards that can go in Evos, you can get special cards in these. There's a ton of cards that have a good value that are either common or rare silver. So you've got those options there. And obviously with the amount of icons we've got at the minute, now this will change throughout the year, but right now we've currently got 15 icons, which means right now if you do all of these, you walk away with 75,000 coins. You can then use that 75k to do the marquee matchups. I know that sometimes, you know, these grassroots challenges, if you're looking at this in a different promo, may not still be here, but the marquee matchups absolutely will be, which means you've got an SBC that not only are you going to be able to put 10k into to get it completed, you've started with 75, you've taken 10k out, you've done the marquee matchups, the marquee matchups gets you back 25, you put that in, you've made 15k profit as a minimum. So you started with 75, you've walked away with 90 as a minimum. These are worst case scenarios. If you get a good pack, you get an inform, you get some walkouts, you're probably walking away with 100k plus. But that's if you get bad packs, you still got 90k. Now at that point, you can just go and do any of the World Tour SBCs, because when you do these, you open the packs, you can use them to put them into themselves, and you can continue that process. Obviously, you guys know that I love it. The Premium Mixed League method is a method that you can pair with all of these things to make it easier and make it more repeatable, make it more unlimited, and also give you more coins and players. But those of you who don't want to do that, you've got that very, very easy option of just going tradables into other tradables, using the coins you earn to get more of these SBCs completed, and you will still be able to complete them very, very easily. If you want to go down the route of using the Premium Mixed League upgrade, using these daily gold upgrades, daily bronzes, daily silvers, etc., you can do that. But if that's a little bit too much effort or too much time for you, you've got the other route. Before we do get onto the trading, I want to give two honorable mentions. One of those is moments. Now, I'll be honest, I've neglected this game mode completely this year, but if you have a look in the star gallery, which is where you can spend your moments tokens, you've got 2 rare packs available. Now, rare packs are actually pretty damn good packs. It's going to cost you 60 moments tokens, but similar to squad battles, it's something you can do in the background. You can tick off very, very easily and walk away with some really good tradable stuff. And the other one is the online draft. Now, a lot of you won't enjoy draft, won't play it, won't like it, whatever it might be. As you can see, my record's not the best, but if you make a draft and it's not very good, obviously this is a good draft, I will actually play this. But if you get one that's not that great and you want to just go in, you get tons of tokens at the minute, so you probably have one. Go into the game, give your opponent a goal, let them win, quit, and you will get around 5 to 10,000 coins from the packs that you get back. Now we're on to the meat and veg, the big stuff, trading. This is something where week in, week out, you can make millions. Day in, day out, you can make an absolute ton. I want to start off with one of the basics, which is investing. Now, I do investing videos every week, which is more of like a market review. We go through the investments that you can get in the current promo, which I will release pretty much every Thursday, where we will go through informs, we'll go through fodder, and we'll go through general cards that we've had a look at over the last week and where they're going to be going. Week on week, it's going to change, and there's always going to be a difference, but we kind of go over the same set of cards, but which ones are worth investing in at the time. As a general rule, it's worth kind of noting down what fodder things are worth. So for example, you get an idea of what the 90 rated cards are worth. Obviously you can see here right now you can get a De Bruyne for around 47, probably a little bit less if we actually went and made an effort on the transfer market. Now I know that I could get him for a lot more, or get him sold for a lot more, which is why this one that I've packed I've kept on my transfer list. Similarly with your informs, I packed the Diakby twice, also got Hamdallah, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Both of these, look, I could sell them for 15,000 coins right now, but that's a kind of standard price for informs. It's not very inflated, so I want to wait till it's inflated so I can leave them on my transfer list until then. Now that's because, as you can see, I've got a lot of coins. If I didn't have a lot of coins, maybe I would sell them quicker so I could use the coins that I got from those in order to make more coins, invest more, bid, and do some sniping. Now, as for all of the other fodder cards, all you want to do is head over to the SBCs, cheapest player by rating on Footbin, scroll down and have a look at these cards. You've got 89s, mostly through to 84s, and you can get an idea of what is worth investing in. Right now, I can tell you that 84s are a good investment. The minimum they go for is 1.2 to 1.3 thousand coins. I know that if I pick up 100 of any of these 84 rated cards, as long as I go for the ones that are 1.5 or less, I'm going to be walking away with a very good profit. These will go up to maybe 2.2, 2.3 when they are required in an SBC that everyone's going to do. 85s, 86s, and 87s right now are probably not bad buys either. I think 85s and 84s are the ones that I would really hedge my bets on. Same for 86s. When you have a look at the pricing there, 86 to 87, it's almost double. So that's where you can see there's a little bit of disparity there. So 85, 86, and 84 right now, I'd be very confident in investing in. Something that I said last week was that in the current promo, it would be worth picking up the promo cards at a very low value when they were that way, just in case they released an SBC where you could submit them for an upgrade version. And they've released that now, so anyone who listened will have made tons. Once again, that's why you go to my weekly investment video. But let's talk about trading. There's a couple types. Obviously, if we ignore investing, you've got bidding, and then you've got sniping. You've also got compare price sniping. To give you an example filter, and for those of you who came to this video to have a few filters, don't worry, go on my 10 sniping filters playlist. There is literally a ton of episodes, and there's a ton of sniping filters in there which you can apply all of these methods to. I also release tons of trading videos which will help you out. But if we were to use an example, I use this filter a lot for bidding. Women's Premier League, you want to go over to Chelsea. You are looking at their defenders, and you're looking from England. So it's going to be bright and bronze. So we've got an 85 and an 85, both from the same team, same nationality. It makes it very easy to do some trading. So if we go to 3.2 here, as we can see, I've not popped on gold rare, so that's why those weren't popping up. We can move that slightly, and we've got our 3.2, 3.4. So here are the cards. They're all going for 3.4, so we can see pretty much exactly the same price for all of these. There's a couple 3.3s, but that's not going to make us any money. Obviously, EA tax is a 5% charge you get caused on every sale that you have. So for example, if I sell a card for 10,000 coins, 5% is 500. That's what EA takes. So for these, you need to work out the EA tax. If we're selling them, obviously 3.4, there's not many pages of them. So I would be confident in saying we could sell them for 3.5. So let's say we sell these at 3.5. I do EA tax by working out 10 and half in it. So 10% would be 350. Half of that is, I think off the top of my head, 175 coins. So what I have to do is take 350, knock it down by 200, because that's obviously the 175 covered. So that if I bought them at 3.3, sold them at 3.5, I would make 25 coins. Obviously not enough, so I can go to 3.2, that's 125 coins, and if I want to make more, I can just go, right, there's 225, there's 325, and so on. So if we go for 3.2, I can slap max price on, and what you want to do is just move X and A, and just basically click Y to search, and then A to click OK when it comes up and says there's no cards. Now that was an incredibly slow snipe. I do not know how we got that card, but there is a bronze at 3,000 coins. So I sell her at 3.5, we lose our EA tax, and I make 325 coins off that one. So easy as that. If we do 10 of those, that's 3,250 coin, 100 of those, 30k, 1,000 of those is 300,000 coins. So if you actually did, I'm trying to think of maybe like 30, no, about 300 of those would get you 100k. Now obviously I'm not saying do that 300 times it's going to get you 100k, but it is that simple that it is possible to get it in that route, and that would make you that amount of coins. Now if you don't have much luck with sniping, maybe you're not very good at sniping, or maybe your internet connection's bad, which can be an issue, what you can do is mass bidding. Now before I go on to that, what I do want to say is some people ask why you have to do this max price section at the side here. The reason you have to do the max price section is every time you do that, it refreshes the search. If you don't do that, you're just searching off the same players from when you originally searched, if that makes sense. So it doesn't refresh the market for you. Mass bidding version of this, you go to max price. You want to put it in similar numbers, so I'd say 3.1 is probably better for a bid on this one, and I will just bid on every single one of these that is under 3.1. Now you do want to make it so that the bids are close to what the value of the card is, otherwise you're not going to get it a lot of the time. You can hedge your bets. If you're going to watch the bids for a while, then maybe it's worth doing it a little bit lower, so you can maybe get yourself a deal. A lot of the time, I mean, on these ones I'll go for sort of 2.8, 2.9, and then I'll watch them nearer the end and hope that we've picked a few up. I will say this filter specifically is one where I made a ton of coins over the course of the game at the start of the year, so I would say it was one that I was confident in that it was going to get you a lot of coins. As you can see, the market didn't refresh, so we'll go back to the max buy now up there. You can see a lot of these, unfortunately, they're not near the price that we want them to be. When you can see that basically no one's bidding, it's usually because you get sniped or people are going to bid high in the last section. But you see there, we've got our bright there. I've said that wrong almost, so I almost said bronze. We've got our bright there at 3.1 on bid. So you see how quickly I've managed to win that card. Now, if you do need bidding filters, any sniping filter that I ever post that's under 20k, you can use as a bidding filter. 20 to 100k, it's a little bit harder, but it's still possible. Back in the day, you could get crazy bids on more expensive cards. It just doesn't come that way anymore. As you can see, this is how we would monitor the bids. You can just sit here and bid up as you go on. But you can see there, it looks like we're probably going to win a couple of those cards. Now, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, if it's helped you at all, anything like that, please subscribe. We're on our way to 30,000 subscribers. We're getting ever so close, and I promise you guys, the content is going to become more, we're going to become better, and of course, we're going to get to triple upload. So make sure to stick around, make sure to drop your support, and I'll see you tomorrow.